This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corless of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Now, before we get to the news for today, I got to talk about a number of things because it is our very special anniversary weekend here at WDWNT.com. We're celebrating our unscrupulous 16 years of the website and various other parts of the company. We'd like to thank you for being a part of that, no matter how long you've been a part of it. Obviously, a very busy weekend for us. So a few quick things I have to mention. First of all, some new items from Carousel of Products, some things you've asked for in honor of the anniversary. As of tonight, this will be available. It's an adjustable version. We've done a fitted one before of the WDW News Today logo baseball cap. It's adjustable. There you see it. That'll be available tonight. Very limited quantities on this, and even more limited quantities. This is only for WIGS members or WDWNT Inner Globe Society on Patreon. We have made our very famous technical difficulties icon into a shirt. There it is, the please stand by, and it even has, we put the WIGS logo in there just for the WIGS members. Only 100 of these were made. They're only for WIGS members, and honestly, we know they're gonna go fast. If you're interested, carouselofproducts.com. But there is a shirt you can't buy at carouselofproducts.com, and it's this one. This is one you have to win. This is the Where in the World is Tom Corless t-shirt, and you can win this at home. Don't worry, you don't have to be in our live studio audience tonight, Thursday, July 6th at 9 p.m. for WDW News Tonight's 250th episode. You can watch from home and win, watch the episode live, and you can enter to win this fabulous shirt. And every time we play, we'll have this shirt as well. All this in honor of the first edition of this game, which is, I think, by far the most ambitious thing we've ever done at WDWNT, and I think is going to be a load of fun. But I think I can show you guys a little bit more of the game. I know we're already on the set of Where in the World, but we're going to take a few steps. We've never done this on News Today before. We're going to leave the desk and go somewhere. Here we go. So this is the floor of our studio. If you've ever been here for WDW News Tonight, you know we put, at sometimes 75 people in this room. And so we've taken up all of that floor with this map. This map is what we're going to use to play Where in the World is Tom Corless. It is, in fact, a map of the entire Walt Disney World Resort. And what someone is going to have to do is take this fabulous light-up pole that I now have in my hand, and they're going to have to locate as many of 11 locations in a very short period of time. Is it 45 seconds, Jake? Is that right?
We think so.
We think it's going to be about 45 seconds. They're going to have to find 11 locations at the Walt Disney World Resort, and if they find a certain number of those, they will win a 4-night vacation, a 4-night stay at a Walt Disney World Moderate Resort Hotel, courtesy of Be Our Guest Vacations, our fantastic sponsor. But they're going to have to find where in the world I am. Oh, look at that. It'll light up when they do it again. Look at that. I'm now blind. But either way, it'll be a fun game, even if I can't see it. This will be airing live, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the WDWNT TV channel, our 250th episode of WDW News Tonight. Where in the World is Tom Corless? We're very excited. And there's a lot more to the game than this. It is not just 45 seconds of someone running across a map. There's much more. But make sure you join us. If you can't watch live, it'll be over there for you to watch whenever you can. We hope we'll see you there. We're back to the Chief's office, I should say. That's where we are today for the show. But thank you at home for indulging me. I know you came here for the news, but we have some housekeeping we got to take care of. And another quick thing I want to mention, as you all know, around the website anniversary every year, we like to make big changes. You guys already know about the changes we've made on this show to the schedule. But there's a lot of other exciting new stuff coming as well that'll be formally announced in the next 2 days or so. We are bringing back our Japanese language version of the website, and as well, we're breaking into DCL News Today. That's right, a daily updated news source for the Disney Cruise Line. All that and much more coming to the WDWNT family of websites and YouTube channels and more. So stay tuned for all of that. But here now the news for July 6th, 2023. 3 old Walt Disney World annual Passholder magnets will be available for a limited time this month at Mist Magnet Distribution at Disney's Animal Kingdom. What a name. Annual Passholders can visit Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures between park open and park close from July 17th to the 30th. These are the old Passholder magnets that will be available. There will be the 50th anniversary Mickey and Minnie Mouse, the Orange Bird, and Dumbo. Each pass holder must present and show their valid annual pass card, linked Magic Band or Disney Magic Mobile Pass, and a government-issued photo ID to receive the magnet. Distribution is limited to one set of 3 magnets per annual pass holder. Speaking of pass holders, they can get their hands on the Spike the Bee Sipper, previously available at the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. That'll now be at Animal Kingdom this month. Pass holders can purchase the Spike the Bee Sipper from now through July 30th at an exclusive price. Spike is available with a beverage at the following locations: Harambe Market with the watermelon lemonade, the Terra Treats with the Lagerhead, the Feeding Ground with the Coca-Cola fountain beverages, Restaurantosaurus with a wild berry lemonade, Trilo Bites with the Coca-Cola fountain beverages, and annual pass holder discounts apply to Spike the Bee Sipper, but not the beverages, and you must present your valid pass and government ID to purchase. So nice of them to bring back Spike the Bee in honor of News Tonight's 250th episode. For those of you that watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. The recently refurbished mini monorails on the queue signs at the Transportation and Ticket Center have debuted a new feature. They have undercarriage lighting that matches their full-size counterparts. How cool is this? They're also, on the 4th of July, they were changing between red, white, and blue underneath them, which was a real thing that the monorails were doing on July 4th as well. Of course, the signs were covered during the refurbishment. They were just uncovered about a week ago. The LED lighting effects were added to the real monorails at the beginning of the 50th anniversary celebration in 2021. They are going to be here to stay. They're a permanent thing, and now there are lights on this sign. We went back to check because my theory was, since they were lighting up in red, white, and blue on the sign, and it matched the monorail, my theory was it would match whatever monorail came into the station. If that is the intention, it's not happening. We just saw a blue light the other night. But here's hoping maybe that's coming. But either way, it's a nice little touch. The General Joe Potter Ferryboat, which services the Magic Kingdom and the TTC, has returned from refurbishment with a new color scheme. The boat, which is also used for the Fairy Tale Fireworks cruises, has been dry docked since March. The cruises were put on hold during that time. They're scheduled to resume for the first time since Disney Enchantment was retired this month. Prices, of course, have been significantly raised. We talked about that last week on the show. So the ferry boat was now painted green rather than the previous navy blue, which will make sense since the General Joe Potter is named after William E. Joe Potter, who Walt Disney hired to oversee the construction of Walt Disney World. He was a retired Army veteran. Potter was the executive vice president of the 1964-65 World's Fair, where he met Walt. The ship was renamed in his honor after his passing in 1988. It was previously named the Kingdom Queen. Potter was also inducted as a Disney legend in 1997 and has a window on Main Street, USA. The 3 ferry boats previously had distinct color schemes. The Richard F. Irvine is red, the Admiral Joe Fowler is green, and the General Joe Potter was blue. Cast member told us that the Admiral Joe Fowler will be repainted blue soon, swapping the 2 ships' colors since it will make more sense. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations, also the sponsor of Where in the World is Tom Corless. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. A new Figment Artist Series pin was released at Walt Disney World. We couldn't resist having a look at it. Of course, we love Figment here at WDWNT. It's $44.99. We spotted this new Artist Series pin at the Discovery Trading Company in Animal Kingdom, though they're available throughout the Walt Disney World Resort. And of course, Figment is more known for being at Epcot. He's never been at Animal Kingdom. But nonetheless, this pin is a limited edition of 2,500, featuring a smiling Figment above a cloud with a spark or light bulb of imagination above. Also a little nod to Spaceship Earth, and has this sort of stained glass look. It's very, very cool. Construction continues over a year after it began behind Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios on an assumed expanded seating area, as well as a mysterious building, possibly a back-of-house or cast member facility. Planters and scrim went up around this section of land behind Woody's Lunchbox in January of 2022. And over the course of the next few months, we saw additional land cleared and a shaded structure went up, presumably to cover some seating, and additional seating at that. Over a year later, the scrim and planters remain in place around this construction site. The new building is about 2 stories tall. The expanded seating area, again, yet to open. Not clear what the structure is. We assumed it might be a couple of indoor tables, but it's awfully small to be that, honestly. So we're still waiting to see what happens, but yeah, still not clear what's going on there. As tickets go on sale for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party 2023, Disney has provided a first look at the event merchandise. It includes a red Spirit jersey reading Joy to the World and featuring Mickey and Minnie opening presents on the back. A green pin reads Holiday Magic with an image of Santa, Mickey, and his sleigh being pulled by a reindeer. There's a mug featuring the same design as the pin, and a green t-shirt with Mickey holding a present that has a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tag will be available. New Haunted Mansion pins have arrived at Walt Disney World. We found these at the Discovery Trading Company at Disney's Animal Kingdom, though they're available again throughout the resort. The Haunted Mansion limited release collage pin is $23.99. There's the Welcome Foolish Mortals limited release annual Passholder exclusive pin for $17.99. A Madame Leota pin for $11.99, a Coffin pin for $14.99, a Hatbox Ghost pin is $11.99, the Ballroom depicted on this one for $11.99, another Madame Leota for $14.99. There's also a mystery pin set available where you get 2 pins in this box for $19.99. They also released a photo frame limited release pin for $29.99 and as well another limited release pin for $17.99. All this seems to be in preparation since the movie is coming out, and also we're just a few months ahead of the Halloween season beginning at Disney parks. So with that being said, we have more Mansion to talk about. The Haunted Mansion Trend Collection will be arriving on Shop Disney and throughout the Disney theme parks on July 10th. Details are scarce, though it seems it will focus on apparel and accessories, as you see by this preview image. In addition, Shop Disney will soon have the Haunted Mansion Classic Collection, a limited edition bride doll, and a Haunted Mansion Dooney and Bourke series of accessories. The Haunted Mansion Classic Collection's preview image includes a blanket featuring the iconic purple wallpaper pattern and a throw pillow of the stretching room portraits. The bride doll is holding her hatchet and has a bleeding heart on her chest. She's depicted in white and light ghostly blue. The Dooney and Bourke collection will include a tote bag patterned with portraits of different Haunted Mansion characters. All of these items will be available on July 10th, with the bride doll launching at 8 a.m. Pacific time specifically. They'll also be released in the Disney parks on the same day. The Haunted Mansion merchandise again arriving just in time to celebrate the film. And speaking of Haunted Mansion merchandise, we're going to move out to the Disneyland Resort, where a number of new items have already arrived at Disneyland Park. We found these in the Port Royal Curios and Curiosities in New Orleans Square. There's a throw blanket for $69.99, a trinket tray for $17.99, some dish towels for $24.99, a ceramic jar is $24.99. My personal favorite, this soap dispenser with Madame Leota, is $22.99, and as well a floor mat for $34.99. There is more coming, and be sure to check both WDWNT.com and DisneylandNewsToday.com for the latest on when they are released and where, because they're going to go fast. The Disneyland Monorail closed for refurbishment earlier this week, and a reopening date has already been announced. It'll end on August 31st, 2023, that refurbishment. The Monorail will be out of service for just under 2 months. Do you want to score impossible to get Disney dining reservations? Well, Unlocked Magic is a system that does all the work for you and acts as your personal fairy godmother for all things food. Instead of refreshing your My Disney Experience app constantly to try to get your coveted dining reservation to pop up, let Unlocked Magic do it for you. The system will search and let you know once it becomes available. And on top of that, they also offer the lowest priced Disney tickets in town, which can save you hundreds of dollars when you compare their tickets to Disney's. Head on over to the link in our description to sign up and use code WDWNT to try the system for free. Ticket sales will resume for Oogie Boogie Bash at California Adventure on July 11th, no earlier than 9 a.m. Pacific time. Tickets to the annual Halloween event went on sale for Magic Key holders on June 27th, then to the general public for June 29th for a few moments before the system broke in some manner and sales were paused due to technical issues, and they halted sales, and now we know when they'll go back on sale. As Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel continues its transformation into the Pixar Place Hotel, more updated elements are being opened up for guest use. Parts of the main lobby and surrounding common areas have reopened for guests. The elevator bay for the hotel just reopened recently. It matches the style of the rest of the resort with the black and white color scheme. A mural featuring moments from Disney and Pixar's Luca is on display on the wall opposite of the elevators. And here's a closer look at the mural featuring 6 panels of art depicting moments from the film. Don't quote me on this. My theory is every floor will feature a different Pixar film, but that has not been announced, has not been said. But the fact that there's just Luca on the ground floor and it's this type of mural leads you to believe every floor will feature some different Pixar IP. But prior to this elevator bay opening, guess we're using the service elevators, believe it or not. And of course, there are little metal depictions of Pixar characters throughout, including Flick from A Bug's Life, Doug from Up, and Julia from Luca. This little guy is no other than one of the iconic little green men from Toy Story. You see him now. The updated theming has yet to reach the rest of the floors. However, they still retain their previous Paradise Pier theming for now. Construction crews are still hard at work at the pool. That's where a majority of the work seems to be happening at this time, at least what's visible to guests. One of the biggest issues aboard the Disney Wish cruise ship of the Disney Cruise Line is now being fixed. For those who haven't made a voyage on the Disney Wish just yet, many guests have bemoaned the ship's elevator buttons, which are more like proximity sensors that only require a light touch or even just your finger to be near them to be activated. And if anyone were to lean a little bit on the panel or even near it, it would set off just about every floor and the elevator would have to stop on all of them. And last year we took note of this when the ship began sailing. We, of course, were on there for several cruises and kept talking about this. The old buttons you're seeing now are disappearing, getting replaced by the new ones you're seeing now that need to be actually pressed. The photo of the replacement panel comes from Mike on Twitter. Thank you, Mike. And what a much needed change, and I can't believe this took them this long to do it. Unreal. Tokyo Disney Resort has announced a new 40th anniversary drone show that will be performed at various fireworks festivals throughout Japan in the coming months. You can see the video preview right now on your screen. The announcement is as follows, quote, to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Tokyo Disney Resort, a special drone show will be held at several fireworks festivals across the country. In the show, approximately 700 drones will take off into the night sky, simultaneously creating large, sparkling depictions of familiar Disney characters synchronized with beloved Disney songs. Scenes celebrating the 40th anniversary will also be incorporated, delivering the dreams and smiles for guests who are attending the fireworks. The announced locations and dates so far include Shizuoka City, that's in Shizuoka Prefecture, and that's the Abikawa Fireworks Festival on July 22nd. In Otaro, Hokkaido, there will be the Otaro Ushio Festival on Sunday, July 30th. And then last but not least, Ishinomaki City in the Miyagi Prefecture at the Ishinomaki Kawabaraki Festival on August 5th. And I apologize to those cities for my pronunciations. Hopefully no one from there is watching. There will be additional cities announced, I should say, for later dates. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on your favorite social media platforms. We're even on that new Threads thing on Instagram. Look us up. You can support the entire team behind the show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and special merchandise as well. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make the show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corless saying, enjoy the rest of your today, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Now I have to go get lost so they can find me, I think. That's how it works.
WDW News Tonight is our weekly comedy show combining the news of the week, comedy segments, thoughtful discussions, insane characters, parody commercials, games, and more. Watch live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and become a WIGS member to get access to a bonus post show. Watch WDW News Tonight episodes anytime and live on YouTube, or get the audio-only version on iTunes and other podcast services.